Today I recognize that guy who resides in Arizona and can't believe how hot it is. You know, that guy who apparently is waiting for an Arizona June with temperatures in the mid-70s? That guy who can't take one more day of this, even though he has 100 to go?
It's so hot!
That guy who constantly reminds friends and neighbors of just how pleasant it is in San Diego this time of year.
San Diego. Drink it in. It always goes down smooth.
Look, I don't like 110 any more than you do, that guy. But as Arizonans, every time we pay the mortgage, we know what it is we're buying. Mild winters, amazing springs, Joe Arpaio as sheriff, and hot summers. And I don't care if you just recently moved here either. You knew what was coming. Heck, there's not a kid in America that isn't taught his or her states. And the first thing anyone learns to associate with Arizona is how hot it gets here during the summer.
Last Tuesday it was so hot I fainted in the pool. Do you know how hot it has to be to faint in the pool?
So maybe your flat Stanley book report took you to Vermont. I know someone in class was handed the Arizona assignment. What on earth did they write about Arizona if not the weather? ASU's reputation as a party school? Our illegal immigration population? Prescott in the fall? No. Every third grade book report in America tells of the same four things in Arizona. It's hot, there are scorpions, we stink at football, and Flat Stanley loved the Grand Canyon. But I guess you thought classmate Sally Snodgrass was lying about the heat. You never were able to trust her after that time she told you an entire pencil could fit in your ear canal. So when you moved to Arizona, you were sure you'd find out that the Arizona summer thing was overdone as well. After all, it's a dry heat, right? Yes, sir, once you settled into your new Arizona digs, it wouldn't be long before you could confirm Flat Stanley didn't know climate from his paper hole. Well, guess what, that guy? It's hot in Arizona. Yeah, word's gotten out. Therefore, you don't need to remind us every time you step out your front door.
I was going to wear pants more, but it's just so hot out.
That's like reminding Klan members that last joke they told was a little racist. Or telling Lindsay Lohan she's had too much to drink. Now, right now, that guy is at his computer checking airfare to any of the Canadian provinces. And he's saying to himself, I'd rather be that guy than Sweats All Summer Dude. Well, first of all, that guy, this segment isn't called Sweats All Summer Dude. It's called That Guy. Secondly, okay, I'm pitting out a bit in this sports coat, but I'd hardly call it a sweat. And thirdly, be careful where you travel, that guy. Judging by your reputation, I'd hate for you to fly all the way to Montreal, only to be totally caught off guard by all the people speaking French.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Or fly to the Dakotas and have you stunned by the lack of nightclubs, or even those San Diego beaches just to learn how sandy they can be. Of course, if you do go anytime soon, let me know. I wouldn't mind getting out of the heat. If what I've said today has offended you in any way, well, there's probably a good reason for it. You're that guy.